Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you all are doing really well. Welcome back to my channel. Today something very interesting happened and I wanted to share this with you. This morning I was biking again as always and was trying to catch my appointment at 10 a.m. So I was biking safely and fast. Obviously I'm a professional, don't worry about it. So anyway, I was biking, really trying to catch my appointment at 10 a.m. But I haven't had my watch with me, so I have no idea if I don't have my watch with me. Once I see people around while I'm biking, I'm asking, what time is it? What time is it? So that I know how many minutes I have and then I can speed up a little bit. Anyway, so then I was really looking for people to ask the time, and then there was a red light and I stopped, and there was this car stopping too. But interestingly, I only saw the driver just a little bit, but the driver, for whatever reason, was like looking back from the back window out to me. I don't know why. And then I looked at him and then I asked him, okay, great time to ask the time. I said, hey, what time is it? And then I have no idea. It was like super loud with the construction. I have no idea what he said because the back window was open just like really little bit on the top. So I have no idea what he said. He said something, I didn't even hear it. And then I said to him, I don't know why, I said, 11? I don't even know why I said 11. I said 11? And then there was on the back seat, turns out there was a girl, and I guess it was an Uber driver. The girl then opened the window and then said from the outside loudly to me, it's 9:49. And said, oh, okay, 9:49, okay, thanks. And then the green light, and they turned, and then we both speeded up. And I don't know why, I was biking, and then I was thinking, what the hell was that, And I had a pretty good amount of path still to take to my appointment, but I was like, what the hell was that? Why did I say 11? And generally, I don't care what they were thinking about me, but I was starting to like, why did I say that? What the hell? Probably they were thinking she has absolutely no clue of the timing, and why 11 is just not even 10 yet, so it's like 9, and so she has absolutely no clue about the timing of the time she's living in. So I was just like keep thinking and thinking. I was like, what the hell? Why did I say 11? Why was that? And I couldn't just stop it. I was like thinking and why, and I was like thinking also, they would probably thought I was so dumb and just just saying like she has no clue and what's going on. And then out of a sudden, but by the way, I'm still biking like full speed, right? And then suddenly I had weird mathematics in my head, and then it was clicked, and it was literally 10 minus 49 is 11, or 60 minus 49 is 11. So she said it was 9:49, and it is literally 11 minutes to 10. I couldn't believe it. I was late. I was like still biking full speed, and I was doing all of these thoughts and then this mathematics, and then I was like 11, like 11 minutes, like what? I had absolutely no idea, like how did that all happen and why did I say 11? I have absolutely no clue. And it brought me immediately to the idea that I should make a video on this, because never question your intuition. Those things are, again, sometimes in our brain, something happens and maybe it's our intuition, maybe it's a sign, I have no idea, but your gut instincts or something, as I said, it can be a gut instinct, it can be an intuition, it can be a sign, whatever it is, don't question it. Don't think what others were thinking. There might be a reason behind of it, or there is a reason behind of it. So never question. I mean, this is probably one of the either absurdist examples of this, wildly weird, even to my standard. I was even thinking maybe you might thought that, okay, you know what, probably she heard, or I heard that the guy said, maybe he said 11 minutes to 10. And who talks like that? What time is it? It's 11 minutes to 10. Who would say that? Nobody would say that. But I could swear that I didn't even hear anything that came out of that guy's mouth, because there was a huge construction. And then the girl, she pulled herself out and said 9:49. So it was that loud. I want to say that this was a very interesting, either I predicted this or it was a prediction or something. As you all know, I can predict things, right? I can predict things that will happen years and years later around the world, but also on an individual level. If you follow me for some time, you already know about my ability. And as I keep saying that, I am now 100% clear on this, and I'm not going to say that I don't have this. Yes, I do. And I can predict things and I see things, and sometimes I don't even know how this happens, but things, as I said, come to my mouth and I have absolutely no clue. So sometimes, for example, I say things, words or sentences or things that I would never say for a person, but then years later or a year later or a few months later, turns out that exact same thing that I said happens. And so then turns out I was accurate to begin with. It's just so interesting stuff. I don't know how this happens, but I want to say that there is a possibility that if you have a pure heart and if you are aware of your body's or your inner strength, your soul strength, and your abilities, your instincts, your intuition strength, and this is a strength of every single person who has a pure heart. That's why I keep saying that the more you listen to your heart, your brain, your body, your own intuition, your own instincts, the more powerful a person, a human being can be, because we do have that power, we do have that strong instinct and intuition, and also brain. But what happens is the society and people around us poo-poo is all the time, right? And I'm sure they would say like, this is like BS, this is that doesn't work. I mean, yeah, it works. Yeah, it does happen. And I have multiple examples of this. I can write a second PhD on this because this happened all the time to me. I mean, for decades. And the more I'm aware of it, and as I keep saying, the more I now saying, okay, this is the truth. This is happening. I have this ability. I can do this. Plus, it comes to me two ways. There's distinct differentiation between the two. I can predict things and I have no idea how. I do it two ways. One, I know information and I don't forget about these informations. And then because I have information and knowledge about multiple areas, I can connect the dots and then I say, okay, that is the path, and I can see the 5 years later of this or 10 years later of this. If you will, I'm a visionary leader. That's what it is. So I can see things. I can see 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I can see it. I literally can see it. What will happen 5 years? And it's not even just I'm talking. Just watch my 2020 video. I predicted everything that happened with the pandemic time and the economy and all that, and the entire lifestyle changes, healthcare, all that, education, online business. I predicted all of this. Watch it. Just watch it. It's all there and it's a proof. And I like to doing these videos as a documentary, maybe later on, and say, I said this, I said this, I said this, and this happened, and then later, everything happened. So if somebody has this ability, someone of you, my viewers always have good hearts and pure hearts. So, and you guys are strong. I know that people who follow me and watch me, you guys are strong people. I know otherwise you would go to other channels, but you're here because you have a pure heart and pure soul and you are strong. Never forget that. And if you do have experience like this, if you can predict future, if you can predict things on a global level or individual level, or if you have strong instincts, strong intuition, or things come to you, I don't know, either from God, from Jesus, from Buddha, from angels, from Allah, from, I don't know, universe, whatever you want to believe in, or nature, it just comes. I don't know how it works, but it does. And if it does, there most likely will be people around you who will poo-poo that, but you are here safe on my channel because this is the truth. I can say this to you as a scientist, but as a human being with a pure heart, this happens to me all the time and did happen and still happens. And what happened this morning was a wildly weird thing and wildly funny, but it was this clear, crystal clear as day. Again, I have multiple examples of this in my life. So if you have any type of experience like this, let me know in the comments. Love to hear from you, but don't let others to kush this, poo this, and that you just make stuff up. This is unscientific. I mean, if somebody comes at you saying it's unscientific, even the word unscientific is unscientific, because unscientific about what? Based on what? Based on the current science? Sure, but just because the current science cannot prove it, it doesn't mean it's unscientific and it's not happening in nature. And did we just suddenly, that's why I keep saying this is the most arrogant thing to say, as human beings are so egoistic, like so arrogant, saying we have just figured out the universe, we figured out all the science. Screw that. We cannot be so arrogant. This is like this unbelievable arrogance of human beings in this day and age. So I can tell you as a scientist, saying something that you can wholeheartedly feel and say and happens to you over and over and over and over again, that's scientific and it's statistics right there. It's your own statistic. It's your own internal experiment. You can collect more people who are like you, then you have a more larger experiment with a more statistically significance. But when you look at yourself and then you calculate 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years of your life, divide into how many times this happens, this is your statistics right there. So don't come at me or don't let people come at you with unscientific crap. So no, that doesn't, that's, as a scientist I can tell you it's unscientific. What they are saying, it's unscientific, or what they are come at you with, it's unscientific, and it's arrogant too. So listen to your heart, listen to your soul, listen to your brain. It's just come at you from all sorts of angles and from inside of you, as long as I keep saying, keep your heart pure, your soul pure, your mind pure, and let it flow. Miracles will happen. Trust me. Okay. Bye-bye.